We saw Paul in the stockade.
Yeah.
All right, it's a history-making moment for Medieval Times as a solo queen takes the throne for the first time in the company's storied run.
And where better for Her Royal Highness to rule than right here in Metro Atlanta. Good Day Atlanta's Paul Milliken is live at Medieval Times in Lawrenceville this morning. And Paul, it's been a long time coming, but I have to say, instead of girl power, it looks like queen power.
I busted out of the stocks. Portia, I busted out of the stocks and I'm ready to protect my queen. Let me tell you something. This is why Buck and Portia would love Medieval Times. I came in here and I put on this hat and I said, I kind of look like a horse with this. And one of the knights said something that I can't say on TV, but it was hilarious. It was the best comeback. Let's just say he said I looked like a certain part of the horse that I can't say on television. So Buck and Portia, I feel like maybe you paid him off to say that. But you know what? I knew you would, but I like the hat and I'm keeping it on. Welcome to Medieval Times, the Atlanta Castle, which just debuted a brand new show this weekend, and the star of the show is not that hat. It is Queen Maria Isabella. All hail the Queen. How are you?
I'm wonderful, my lord. How are you this morning?
I like that you called me my lord. I feel really good about that. It's so good to see you. First of all, for people who haven't been yet, it's only been a week. What are we going to see in this brand new show?
Well, there's new everything, not only the costumes, but we have new fights, new music, the same feast, so no worries there. And we also have the same live falcon that flies around during the show. But aside from the new rain, we do have new fights and new jousts, everything like that.
And of course, we come for all the action, and you see some going on right here. Incredible nights. It really is such a spectacle when you come to Medieval Times. Now, let's talk about the history here, and that is for the first time in Medieval Times history, we have a solo queen. How does that feel?
It feels wonderful. I think always before in our show, I was the princess previously. And it was always about the children, all the guests that come to our show, and now being that female role model is just so empowering, and it's been a great experience.
I can only imagine over the next few weeks and months how it's going to be having young kids come to see you and seeing the queen ruling the land. You mentioned before all new music. There's actually a soundtrack that's been orchestrated for this thing, and all of the fights and the costumes, everything is brand new. And we did mention that flying falcon. Can we just pan over and show? Look at Echo here this morning, another live special guest. Yeah, that is real. It took me a while this morning to figure out that was not some kind of animatronic up there. I love looking at Echo. We're glad Echo is here this morning. You actually have a really neat story. You started work here about 4 years ago, and you have truly worked your way up to queen, right?
I have, yes. So I started in the gift shop, actually, about 4 years ago, and I worked in there for about 2 years, and then I started as princess the following year. It was great.
Now, be honest with me. Do you feel the rush of power every time you sit on that throne?
You know, I try not to, but look how beautiful it is. I mean, how could you not?
I love it. All right, if you really were queen, what would your first rule be? What's your first order of business?
Oh, goodness. Probably
is it to make me the king or prince or something?
Absolutely not. I'm so sorry.
Wow. That a girl.
Wow.
My queen.
That was a really quick absolutely not.
Well, the hat, I mean, it was just a little...
Well, unfortunately, you know, I was your defender, but I don't think anybody would feel safe with me being a defender.
Back in the stocks.
Back in the stocks with Paul Milliken. All right, well, I may be back next hour. I hear a rumor that we're going to have some horses in here, too, although I may still be in the stocks, you guys. I don't know. We'll see. Just stay with us. We'll be back in a few minutes.
All right, two thoughts on that. One, I completely support her as queen, her agenda. I'm 100% behind that. And secondly, I don't see what the big deal is. You and I have new fights every day. New fights? I mean, that's
I agree.
Show, right?
They're inspired by us. Do you not see that? I mean, it's clearly inspired by the Fox 5 newsroom right there.
Just stay away from the sword, Paul. Stay away from the sword.
All right, Medieval Times Atlanta is located on Sugarloaf Parkway in Lawrenceville in the Sugarloaf Mills Shopping Mall. General admission to the dinner and tournament is $54.95 for adults and $36.95 for kids ages 12 and under. 8:40.